Welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter Mokery, Dallas-based DP, photographer, gaffer with a 1-ton grip van full of aperture lighting, and I am available for hire. Today in the vlog, we are talking agency shooting and manufacturing. Real simple, straightforward. Camera, tripod, that's pretty much the extent of it. Slap a lens on, a battery, put a SD card in, have a monitor, you're ready to go. Audio does not need to be captured. We're running the FX6 with the 24-105 zoom lens. We have a Tilt-A-Matte box to help with flaring, and then we run a Atomos Shogun Connect monitor. We're running a V-mount to give us some longevity while shooting, and everything is done on sticks. No handheld, no gimbal, nothing too exciting. This agency likes to create the same style video across the US for all their clients that they get. The more they could simplify the shoot, the better it is for them, because then they could find shooters all over the nation that have a tripod and a camera, and they only require HD. So that should be real simple to find people across the US. But for me, they pay a really good rate. Yes, I only get to leave it on the sticks and pan and tilt and do locked off shots, but overall, it's still a great shoot. It's exciting to see this manufacturing, and it pays the bills so I could get more camera equipment, so I could pay my bills at home, pay my company bills. Makes it real easy. So I don't really get caught up in the art of it too much, where it's like, man, I wish I could be doing something more artistic. This is so basic, it's a locked off camera, it's just someone welding. I wish I could have some movement and tell a story. That's great on your own projects, but sometimes you just have to take the work that comes your way, and it feeds those other projects that you may want to do that are more exciting. For me, I've always taken the approach of looking at it as a business rather than looking at it as a total art form. And the reason I say that is, if you get caught up too much in it being an art form, then you lose sight of making money, and you could fall into the world of a starving artist. It's just, you want perfection, you want to be artistic, and then you may lose sight of, hey, I actually have bills to pay. I have to support my family, my kids. I have to pay rent. I have to pay for my car note, whatever the case may be. But myself, I grew up watching documentaries and Discovery Channel and History Channel. So stuff like this, where it's kind of a learning process as well, it excites me just as much to be able to film it. And I'm going to do the best I can to get the coolest, most dynamic looking shots with the limitations that are set upon me. And that's something really important. Just because you may not be excited about the shoot doesn't mean that you shouldn't do the best job you possibly can, because the client is expecting that, and you could wow them with limitations. There are plenty of 24-hour contests, film competitions that you do a whole storyline, and you get a storyline, you do it in 20. Those are limitations, but you could still be very creative. And just because you're limited by what the client says they want, you could still get an amazing product. Be the best at everything you do, and people will see you trying, and you will succeed. And that's why I wanted to put this vlog up. Is it the most exciting thing? You're probably like, man, he's just filming welding on sticks. There's nothing exciting about it. There's nothing cool. There's no lighting being added to it. There's nothing special. He's not using primes and going real shallow or doing a cool dynamic movement. If you're bored by this, maybe think about, if you had the job, would you be excited to get the money? Would you be excited to get the project? That's how you have to look at it. You have to keep that motivation going. And sometimes we can all burn out. It happens in every industry, and you motivate yourself in whatever way possible. And sometimes it's stepping back and taking a break, or sometimes it's just pushing harder and harder and harder until you get the stuff that really excites you. And once you reach a certain level, you can have your niche, and you can figure out what really makes you happy, and you could specialize in that. Myself, I specialize in wanting to do it all and have fun doing it all, and that's why I keep pushing the way I do. So I really appreciate everyone that has been coming to the channel, watching these videos, watching these vlogs. I want to give you all a perspective on a shoot this time that didn't have all the flash and the flare, but was still a great shoot. The client was happy. I finished off the day seeing something I've never seen, which is a welder that uses AI to scan the welding area, create a map, and go in there and weld. You can see this is a screw type object. There's no straight lines. There's no smooth curves. This has to read it differently every time, and this machine was able to do it. And if it can adapt and do it, you can adapt and do it. Don't ever give up. Keep pushing hard, ask for help, and always have your ears ready to listen and learn. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one.